The team that tracked him down, we are getting you some exclusive inputs. He's coming back. Is Nihal Modi next? And goons have struck in Mumbai. Sushil Kedia is breaking his silence. On the show in just a few minutes, here are the headlines. Nirav Modi's brother, Nihal Modi, arrested in America. Sanjay Bhandari, the man Republic TV stung in the year 2019. The channel that exposed him, the channel to break that he's been declared a fugitive economic offender, will he now be dragged back, extradited to India? Goons on a rampage using the language controversy. MNS Goons have struck in Mumbai, attacking Sushil Kedia, investor and market expert. And on the show this evening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming to you with stories of the goons on a rampage in Maharashtra. Specifically, these goons were from the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, or the MNS, who vandalized the office of a prominent stock market analyst investor, Sushil Kedia, who has been vocal on the issue. There were provocative media posts challenging MNS chief Raj Thackeray, and the goons have struck. The post that was put out by Sushil Kedia, where he said that 30 years here still won't speak Marathi, has ignited a firestorm with MNS supporters accusing Sushil Kedia of disrespecting the Marathi culture. But is that the case really? Why did they do that? Or was that just an excuse for them as they go on a rampage targeting traders, targeting businessmen in Mumbai? What's the real reason? Sushil Kedia is breaking his silence on the show this evening. He's joining me live right now. Sushil, good evening. Well, you've been vocal on this issue, Sushil, and saw the video of those goons attacking your office, right? Why did they do that?
What is vocal? When you suppress anybody, a pressure cooker is not vocal. But when a pressure cooker ends up accumulating so much oppression, so much of steam and so much of pressure, so much of cooking has happened inside the pressure cooker that the whistle blows. And that blowing out of the whistle is not supposed to be interpreted as being vocal. नहीं सहन हो पाया तो बोल दिया.
No, why do you regret it, Sushil? Do you regret it? Because you're sounding, I want to check. Are you taking back what you've said?
No, you're jumping too fast to the conclusion.
Okay.
Let's at least go through the steps of what happened.
Okay.
I regret how I said. I don't regret what I said. I had no business sounding the tone in which I wrote that tweet that can easily be interpreted as intended to demean Raj Thackeray. I have no business to try to be mean to Raj Thackeray. Absolutely, I have no business. But when felt so pressured with these regular attacks on those who are not yet fluent in Marathi, and under that stress and duress, I could have been more mindful. And if it is violence that I hate, it is violence that is making me so troubled, then my own tweet, if it will end up adding to the atmosphere, then it is a responsible conduct, I believe on my part, and not the sign of a weakling or a डरपोक मानुष. डरने की क्या बात है? हमने अगर गलती की है तो उसको सुधार लेना. न कोई कमजोरी है, न कोई गलती है, न कोई कमजोरी है और न डरपोकपना है. So if my tweet was not exactly in very respectful terms to a senior politician, and it could have been easily interpreted as provoking things, so I did issue a clarification. But I definitely stand by an idea that, see, I'll give you my own example. I lived in so many places in India that I'm very comfortable in 7 Indian languages. But out of those, the one I've spent most time with, which is Marathi, and I'm most hesitant with it, because इस तरह का violence, इस तरह का provocation यहाँ बात पे आए दिन मराठी को लेकर के जिस तरह से इमोशनली ट्रॉमेटाइज किया जाता है, और कहीं मैंने इस तरह होते नहीं देखा है। अगर कोई कहता है कि मैं मराठी बोलने में कंफर्टेबल नहीं हूं, उसको भी आप इंसल्ट के रूप में इंटरप्रेट कर लोगे, because it suits the agenda of some people. So then who are not fluent yet like me will be very hesitant कि definitely मेरे कोई मुंह से गलत शब्द निकल जाएगा तो बोलेंगे जानबूझकर मराठी को इंसल्ट कर रहा है. So in a limitation of 280 characters that should be on a tweet usually, and the stress of so much violence, my tweet did not come out well. So I issued an explanation that I cannot be expected to become fluent in Marathi when I'm pressurized. A love for a language has to evolve on its own, which has evolved in my case with so many languages. Why shouldn't it happen with Marathi? And if you're intimidating and threatening me all the time, then there is a foul cry that comes out. कि भाई क्या करना है बोलो, कब तक डराओगे?
No, this is a dangerous precedent. Sushil, I'm
so
sorry.
My tone was not right, and I made a correction on my tone.
Sushil, I don't know why you're being so apologetic. I don't think you should be, first of all. Secondly, you have made a comment, and I'm reading out what you have tweeted, Sushil. You have said, this is the attitude of Devendra Fadnavis, and you have tagged this tweet. You have said, this is the attitude of Devendra Fadnavis that will get everyone, including me, to speak Marathi with love. Right? Now, I want to contrast that. Speak Marathi with love, learn Marathi with love, versus speak/learn Marathi with fear. Now, is that the contrast you're trying to make? I mean, in a city where there are people from across the country, and I have too been in Mumbai, Republic was born in Mumbai. So, we have seen and adapted, and we all love Mumbai, right? Now, this was never the language spoken. But do you think there's a deliberate attempt to strike fear now?
Yes. So different flavors of leadership or politics, as whichever you might say. If Devendra Fadnavis ji states that Marathi के ऊपर अभिमान होना बिल्कुल उचित है, पर हम किसी को भी इस तरह से डराना, धमकाना, मार पीटने को, गुंडागिर्दी को बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे. So while to have pride on your own language or any cultural thing or any social thing is absolutely fine. Without that pride, society does not thrive at all. गर्व बिल्कुल होना चाहिए. जब हमारे अंदर गर्व होगा तभी हम एक हो पाएंगे. पर जिनको अगर कोई भी प्राकृतिक कठिनाई है, भय है, दिक्कत है, या किसी कारणवश वो पीछे रह गए हैं, तो ये कह देना कि आप हमारे जैसे नहीं बन पाए अब तक, इसलिए आप हमें अपमान कर रहे हो और हम आपको मारेंगे कूटेंगे, ये बिल्कुल इलॉजिकल और इनकरेक्ट है. और इस तरह की इलॉजिकलिटी सिर्फ इसलिए होती है कि राजनीतिक ध्यान आकर्षण आपको करना है. So I am against intimidation, I am against threatening, I am against anybody insulting anyone. While you are so concerned about अपमान नहीं होना चाहिए, पहले मान कीजिए, अपमान तो बाद में आएगा. अगर मान ही नहीं बचने देंगे, इस तरह की मार कुटाई. See, there are hundreds of occasions on which I have been a blind champion of Raj Thackeray also. When he took up this Ajan issue, whenever he takes up nationalistic issues, whenever he takes up issues on which we are all going to be combined together, I tweeted vociferously in his favor in the past as well. So when I realized that he's been one person I have been very appreciative of, but out of the stress of the moment, if my tweet is less than tasteful, it's not at all apologetic. I disagree that it's apologetic. It's a rectification of a mistake I have made, a man I appreciate. But if this time his silence is letting his people go out and beat his own people for whom he is championed for my causes as well. So I issued that clarification. So Devendra Fadnavis' far more matured statement that we should encourage people to speak Marathi. If you give me that atmosphere, I may be more fluent in Marathi than other people soon.
Yeah. My last question to you, Sushil. Is this a dangerous precedent? You're an investor, market expert, businessman based in Mumbai. I'm sure this thought is going on or is lingering in the minds of other investors, other market experts, right? Is it a dangerous precedent? It happened to you today. It's happened to smaller, helpless businessmen, whatever the reason may be, right? But it's a dangerous precedent.
Mr. Kulkarni, I want to give this answer from two perspectives. Danger is a state of mind. So to a vast majority of people who are not yet so evolved and have seen the thick and thin of life, it is indeed a dangerous thing to have such kind of a violence, because with frayed nerves and emotionally charged up crowds, many unexpected things can happen which we will regret later. So violence in this emotionally charging up atmosphere is certainly dangerous for anyone. But at the end of it, to uphold truth and dignity, if we have to undertake certain risks, then we are upholding our duty. And upholding your duty was never less than risky. So if Krishna said, even if you die in undertaking your dharma, you shall go to heaven. So I'm not trying to say that I want to fight with anyone, but let's not aggravate things. Let's not label them as dangerous. Let's not accuse anyone. Let's all back off and calm down.
Okay. Are you safe now? Is your family safe? I'll leave you with that.
Safety is a state of mind. I have left it to God.
Okay.
Without God's will, not a blade of grass shall twitch. Yeah. So I leave it to Sri Krishna.
Okay, stay safe, Sushil. Thank you for speaking to Republic TV first. Really respect that and honor it. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, it's a big breakthrough for Indian authorities, ladies and gentlemen. The man you see right behind me, his name is Nihal Modi, the younger brother of fugitive diamond fraud, Nirav Modi. He's now been arrested in United States, and it's a big step in India's relentless pursuit of justice in the 13,000 crore Punjab National Bank fraud. He was detained on the 4th of July, that's yesterday, following a joint extradition request by the ED and CBI. Nihal Modi is the man who hid and tried to cover up all of Nirav Modi's crimes. He hid the diamonds and the pearls. He tried to destroy the evidence. He's now arrested in America.
Nirav Modi has been on the run for about 241 days. His sightings and location have been a matter of speculation, from Brussels to Hong Kong to New York and now London. I have been tracking Nirav for 40 days. I've travelled in these days to Hong Kong, where till recently he was supervising his jewellery outlets.
Okay, so maybe starting from cameras.
I followed contacts and sources in New York till the lead dried up. But now I have tracked him down. And this is where India has sent the extradition request to last week. But I have finally located his address in London. It's a fashionable and very central Westminster area of London. A flat number 103 on the 13th floor, the topmost floor of this building. On day one, I'm stopped by security, under instructions not to let anyone in. On day two, I sneak past and finally reach flat 103. There is no reply. The flat opposite is 104. It has an Om sign, and the person inside sounds furious. The accent seems Indian with a twang.
Sorry? Who are you and why are you on the 13th floor? I'm sorry, who's there? I'm just looking for 103. Who's this?
But this is 104.
Can I just have a word with you?
No, thank you, I'm sorry. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Sorry?
Who are you and why are you on the 13th floor?
I had to speak to someone at 103.
I'm going to call the police and the porters.
No, sorry, I had to...
On what basis have you entered the building?
No, I had to meet...
My friend, I'm calling the police right now and the porter. We know exactly... what are you even doing here?
No, I had to actually...
On what basis have you come upstairs?
No, I had to meet someone at 103, that's why.
Go back downstairs and speak to the porter.
Okay. May I know who's this?
When I reach the ground floor, I find at the reception pictures of two Indian women with a note, "Ask the lady to vacate the premises." The spy cam captures this here.
I had an appointment.
I'm immediately accosted by a tough security guy who interrogates me for 15 minutes. It's a grilling done with a professional intensity.
Who are you? I'm from Delhi. This is Rakesh this side.
You from Delhi? Who, the city?
Yeah. New Delhi.
New Delhi?
Yep. So I wanted to meet her. I was given to understand that she's been staying at.
Just take a seat over there for a moment. Take a seat. Do you have any sort of ID with you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Which one? Okay, and who is this then?
This is the lady that I'm looking for at 103.
Looking for in 103. That's a miss or a Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Okay. And who gave you this number?
This address, this.
I don't think I can help because if he has a big fraud case, he's not going to speak to anyone about it. That's the number one thing that anyone in those circumstances would do, just not speak to anyone. I know you're trying and that's your work and, you know, and part of human nature, but I don't think, I don't think you'll be lucky in this one. But as I say, if I have any information, I've got your number there, it's quite clear. I also have your international number, which is this one, this one.
Yeah.
So, if anything, they want to talk about.
I'm asked to leave. The CBI has another address on its extradition note, Nirav Modi's second hideout. This very fancy luxury apartment block next to the Tower of London. I track him on WhatsApp using an alias. On the number he is using from my London number, he responds with a question mark and then realizing I'm chasing him, shuts off. Nirav Modi's brother has an Interpol Red Corner notice against him. He has been on the run for about 241 days now.
According to the agencies, Nirav Modi fled from India in the first week of January. The agencies haven't tracked him so far, but Republic TV has.
I got his number, it's a Belgian number, and I call him on Friday morning, just before I enter this apartment block in Westminster, where his brother Nirav has been served his extradition notice. After 2 hours and 30 minutes, and after I'm interrogated at length by the security detail at the Nirav Modi apartment.
Who are you?
I'm from Delhi. This is Rakesh this side.
You from Delhi? Oh, the city?
New Delhi.
I get a call back from Nihal. Nihal, who clearly doesn't know I am a Republic TV reporter, is taken aback when I disclose my identity.
Nisha, just wanted to check with you, since you're in London, would it be possible to meet you?
Who are you?
Sorry?
Who are you?
Nishal, this is Shravan. I'm basically from Republic.
Please, Shaban bhai, please. Excuse me, please leave me out of this.
No, Nishal, would it just be possible to meet you just once?
Please, Shaban bhai, please, just understand. I'm really in a tough situation.
No, I understand that, but Nishal, only thing I'm requesting, Nishal, only thing I'm requesting is, since I'm here, it would be great if we could just meet up once, and off record.
Please.
We try to contact him again, this time via a text message from Arnab. When we check whether he is in London, because the voicemail is in English,
available. Please leave a message after the tone.
he says we are misinformed and he is in Belgium and not comfortable to discuss anything at this point since, in his words, he is himself a victim and trying to understand his position.
This is for the first time the Nirav Modi family has been tracked. By referring to a family member who's landed them in trouble, Nirav and Nihal Modi are planning to dump the entire blame on Mehul Choksi and brazen it out in London and Europe.
The agencies will probably get to the brothers at some point, but for now, Republic TV has got them both, Nirav and Nihal Modi. In London, this is Shravan Sen for Republic TV.
And we're getting in more details on the breaking story right now on Nihal Modi, who's been picked up, Nirav Modi's brother. We have some more details of the kind of role that he played. His now arrested brother Nihal Modi dealt with the proceeds of crime in the respect of the Nirav Modi case and the PNB scam, and had taken away diamonds valued at almost $6 million, 150 boxes of pearls from Hong Kong, cash of nearly 3.5 million dirhams. 50 kilograms of gold from Dubai was also taken away by Nihal Modi. He destroyed digital evidence pertaining to Nirav Modi's case in Dubai, intimidated witnesses, sent them to Cairo, and in Cairo their passports were taken over at his instance. I'm going across to Shravan. Shravan joining us with some of the details. Shravan, are you there? Shravan?
Right.
Shravan, go ahead. I can hear you, Shravan. Go ahead.
Well, in fact, there are now details that are basically emerging of the investigation that was carried out, based on which Nihal Modi, who was in the custody in the United States of America, has once again been arrested. In fact, he was first arrested for a case that was registered in the United States of America. But immediately after he was released on Friday, we are given to understand that the Department of Justice basically acted upon the extradition request that was made by India. In fact, this was a joint request from the Enforcement Directorate and the Central Bureau of Investigation. Now, for many who are wondering why exactly this is a significant development, that's because this is the person who actually helped Nirav Modi to run away with this entire fraud. In fact, it turns out that after the FIR that was first registered by the Central Bureau of Investigation, it was Nihal Modi who was in Dubai, who was trying to influence the witnesses, basically those who are working for Nirav Modi, because there was a company that was based out of Dubai, and those are witnesses that were essentially used by the Enforcement Directorate in their case. So they've not only tried to coerce these witnesses who were later on used by the Enforcement Directorate. In fact, it turns out that the proceeds of crime, that's the money trail, that was also hidden by Nihal Modi. In fact, 150 boxes of pearls were actually removed by Nihal Modi from Hong Kong. From Dubai, we are being told that about 3.5 million dirham was moved by Nihal Modi. And apart from that, 50 kilogram of gold was also moved by Nihal Modi from Dubai. So there is a clear indication of the fact that there was evidence that was destroyed. In fact, not only cash and jewelry, but also it turns out that electronic evidence was destroyed by Nihal Modi.
Thank you for that, Shravan. Another story that Shravan, in fact, single-handedly swooped down on. That's the story I'm going to next. Shravan, thank you very much. And I'm moving on to the next story. And this is the story of Sanjay Bhandari. He's right here behind me. That's Sanjay Bhandari. He's a known arms dealer. It's a super Saturday, like I said, for agencies. We tracked him down. Republic TV tracked him down many years ago. The law is now catching up with the UK-based arms dealer Sanjay Bhandari. A court has now declared him a fugitive economic offender, the tag that he was trying to avoid so desperately. He's been a shadowy figure linked to many arms deals in India, including the Pilatus deal, including the Mirage service deals, including Thales. He fled to London in 2016. We tracked him down. Shravan Sen stung him in London, tracked him down in London. Here's the investigation and how India eventually got Sanjay Bhandari as well.
It's not just a story, it's a Republic impact.
Just one question, sir.
The man Republic hunted, the man Republic exposed, the man Republic tracked across borders. Sanjay Bhandari, the elusive arms dealer, has finally been declared a fugitive economic offender by a special Delhi court. This is not just a legal win for India, this is a landmark moment for Republic's relentless journalism. This is a story Republic refused to let die since 2019, when senior editor Shravan Sen chased Bhandari through London streets.
Why don't you give me an interview? Interview पूछना पड़ेगा मेरे को लॉयर से, पर मैं तुम्हें क्वेश्चंस का जवाब दूँ, वो भी मैं पूछूंगा. I would love to do that. But तुम प्रॉब्लम है कि तुम रिपब्लिक से आ गए हो. Why don't you give me an interview? इंटरव्यू पूछना पड़ेगा मेरे को लॉयर से, पर मैं तुम्हें क्वेश्चंस के जवाब वो भी मैं पूछूंगा। आई वुड लव टू डू दैट, बट प्रॉब्लम है कि तुम रिपब्लिक से आ गए हो।
Sanjay Bhandari, the man with shady defense deals, links to black money and offshore assets, has now run out of legal cover. He fled to the UK in 2016, dodging Indian law, but Republic kept the spotlight on him, and now the Enforcement Directorate has landed the biggest blow yet. With this ruling, the ED can now initiate global seizures of Bhandari's assets, including his controversial London properties. He ran a shadowy consultancy, Offset India Solutions, advising foreign defense manufacturers, all while allegedly moving illicit money across borders. The ED says Bhandari backdated documents, concealed foreign wealth, and lied to Indian authorities, and yet he thought London would keep him safe. Extradition was denied, but India's case isn't over. In fact, it's stronger than ever. Because now, even without extradition, Bhandari's shady empire is legally vulnerable. His assets, his network value, his network, all under fire. Bhandari's story isn't isolated. The ED's charge sheet connects him to Robert Vadra. They claim Vadra funded a London property Bhandari later renovated. Allegations that Vadra denies, calling it a political witch hunt. With links to UK national Sumit Chadda, UAE-based CC Thampi, and a shadowy money network, the heat is now global. From 2016 to 2025, this is not just reporting, it's a reckoning. The Republic impact is in motion, and Sanjay Bhandari, he is running out of shadows to hide.
Just one question, sir.